Hiya, and welcome back to Homecoming Morenatsu Revisited. The game that teaches us that we are truly insane. Because we will do the same thing several times over and expect a different result. Torihiko has been on my mind, not as much as my husband, but he's still been on my mind. Anyways, let's just hop right in. I feel like you hate Takeshi's influence. Shun stands before me holding an umbrella. A wide grin is on his face.
I didn't mean to startle you.
Don't worry about it, Shun. I was in my own little world. The wolf's grin widens and he shakes his head in amusement.
That's like your default mode, hero. I've been following you for a while now. I saw you almost having a full conversation with yourself.
I curl my tail around myself in embarrassment. Hey, I'll have you know that talking to oneself is a healthy coping mechanism. I cringe inwardly at my defensiveness, but Shun merely chuckles and gives a bright smile.
You're making Osaka sound like a scary place to grow up.
Shut up. I give him a half-hearted glare and uncurl my tail. Composing myself, I gently nudge his shoulder, which brings another chuckle from the wolf. So, where are you going to, Shun? Hiya. He smiles wider and wags his tail. Tail still wagging, he walks past me, not realizing as his tail whips at my thigh.
I'm on my way to Tatsuki's place. I need to see his parents for something.
Almost winces as my mind replays old memories. I remember how awesome Mrs. Midoriya was, but as for Mr. Midoriya, he was always such a grouch. Well, just be careful, okay? You don't want to catch Mr. Midoriya in a bad mood. The smile fades from Shun's face, an uncomfortable expression replacing it.
Kept being worse than the hard ass I had to deal with this morning.
Mumbling under his breath, he slowly walks away a few steps, leaving me to take in what he said. I decide to change the subject, moving closer to the wolf. So, what do you need to speak with Tatsuki's parents about? He breathes a heavy sigh and glances down at the road.
Well, I'm really just going to check up on a few things. You know the Bond Festival is soon, right?
Oh yeah! I had almost completely forgotten about the local festival. Every year the town would gather near the shrine, setting up food stands, games, and a big fireworks show. Well, big for Minasato anyway. And if I'm not mistaken, organization duties have always been split between the Kodori, the Kodori family, Midoriya family, and the mayor. No, I should have brought my yukata. Completely forgot about the Bond Festival. Your dad's still leading the harvest dance, right?
Ugh.
Shun grunts, letting his eyes roll upward before answering me.
Not anymore.
Blinking in confusion, I tilt my head to one side. Oh, what changed? With a heavy sigh, Shun directs his gaze back to me.
I'm in charge of it now, as well as next year.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? They'll get to be a big shot in town now. The beginnings of a smile appearing on his face, the wolf nods slightly.
Don't get me wrong, I'm proud to lead the harvest dance. If only Dad would get off my case.
He arches his shoulders back and puffs out his cheeks, doing a decent imitation of the Kodori elder. You're doing the movements all wrong! Speak with your chest out broad! Stop moving your tail so much! Puffing out the stored air from his stomach, he turns to face me with a pained expression.
He's seriously trying to get Mrs. Midoriya to put shoulder padding in my robes.
My eyes widen and I can't help but laugh. Wait, what?
I'm serious. He said that I looked like a girl in my normal yukata.
Shaking his head, the wolf curls his lips in disgust.
All of a sudden, he wants me to look like an action figure or something. It's so degrading.
I shuffle nervously and rub the back of my head. I didn't realize you needed to look like a heavyweight champion in order to get the Shrine God's approval. I'm sorry to hear that, Shun. It really sucks. I try not to sound insecure myself, but I'm not sure I'm succeeding. I don't exactly have the widest shoulders myself.
Yeah, I know.
Can't you just say no if that's how your dad is going to act? There's gotta be someone else who can handle the Bond Festival's religious ceremonies, right? Shun snakes a hand behind his head, smoothing the fur down on his neck. I've never seen him do that before. It's not like him somehow.
No, not anymore.
I blink, not expecting such an answer. Huh? What's that mean?
Because of all this family drama, my cousin left town a while ago.
Pausing, I take a moment to think. Cousin? Shun's answering of one question just raises even more questions in my mind. However, considering how sour the mood seems to be, it might just be best to change the subject. Well, if it matters, I think you're fine just as you are. His smile returning, Shun fiddles with the zipper on his jacket.
Thanks, hero. Anyway, I'd better go.
Starts to turn away only to hesitate, facing me again as he takes a breath.
If you're not doing anything, did you maybe want to join me? I promise it's nothing that'll get you into trouble.
Surprised it takes me a few moments to compose myself. To be honest, it would be a nice distraction, but then again, it has been a very busy day today. Are we joining Shun or going home and reading our magazine that Kounosuke was reading? My husband. Are we reading our Playgirl or joining Shun? We're going home. I want my husband. I just want to go home and relax. Yeah, not like that ghostly apparition of him the other night either. Are we spending time with Grandma or... Okay. Are we gonna hang out with Mr. Akagane or tell him to fuck off? Grandmother. Giving a heavy sigh, I rubbed the back of my head. I don't really want to let my old teacher down, but I did just make plans with Grandma. What kind of a person would I be if I canceled right after making plans? Sorry, Grandpa. I already told Grandma that I'd spend some time with her. He goes quiet, and for a moment, I feel like he's about to scold me for being lazy. However, a smile quickly crosses his face and he nods. I understand, Hiroyuki. I'll let Botan know. Go spend time with your grandmother. I smile back and give a deep bow before rushing back to the kitchen. Grandpa returns to his phone call and I can hear him telling Mr. Akagane that I had already made plans. I do feel a bit guilty, but at the same time, I've been intrigued by the book Grandma wanted to show me. Now's as good a time as any. The book turns out to contain photos from my youth. Grandma enthusiastically explains each photo. Feelings of nostalgia rush through me, and I'm glad that I took the time to relive these memories. I take another look at the piece of paper in my hands. So, Grandma needs those... I can get them from the grocery store. Once again, I'm out performing errands for my grandmother. After we finished looking through the old photo album, Grandpa pulled a muscle in his back. Since Grandma needed to look after him, I offered to complete her errands. Ah! I give a content sigh as a cool breeze blows by. My serenity is short-lived when the rain suddenly intensifies. I'm thankful that I remembered my umbrella, otherwise I'd be totally soaked by now. You're such a genius, Hiroyuki! Just as I finish gloating, a fierce gust of wind takes hold of my umbrella. I hold on as best as I can, not wanting to lose it. I cry out in despair as I look at my now distorted umbrella. It would seem the forces of nature were too strong for something so small. But I am also faced with another problem. I'm getting wet! I look around at my surroundings, trying in vain to find shelter. However, there's nothing here and I'm too far away from the market. Suddenly I notice that I'm almost at the crossroads and an idea comes to mind. There's gotta be somewhere nearby where I can seek shelter, but the big question is... Shun's house or the bus stop? Whoa. I know! I'm so upset! We're getting wet, and my husband isn't here. Wait, I've got it! Shun's house is nearby. He'll certainly give me shelter from the rain. Not wanting to spend too long in the rain with a half-broken umbrella, I run in the direction of the little wolf's house. By a pure stroke of good fortune, I managed to arrive at Shun's house without getting too wet. I breathe a heavy sigh of relief before reaching over for the doorbell. Hello? Shun, it's me, Hiroyuki.
Oh.
He opens the door, allowing me to slip inside so I'm no longer standing in the rain.
Hi, Hiro. What a nice surprise.
Sorry, I didn't mean to barge in.
Don't worry about it. It's raining out there.
I glance around, taking in the sights of the house I hadn't seen for so long. What a beautiful entryway. Did your parents remodel it?
Yeah, a couple years ago. I'm glad to hear you like it.
I gently wipe away the remaining water on my half-broken umbrella outside and place it in the umbrella stand.
So, what brings you here, Hero?
My face goes warm and my tail droops in embarrassment. Looking away, I give a soft sigh. I was about to do chores for my grandparents, but the rain picked up and broke my umbrella.
So you came here to seek shelter? Oh, well, you're here now, so let's make the best of it.
I glance back at him, unable to help the grin that comes to my face. I'm guessing you want to play some video games, huh? Wolf's tail immediately begins wagging excitedly, his happy smile returning. Woof!
I thought you'd never ask. Come on, Hero.
Shun grabs my hand and takes me around the corner where I'm greeted by a familiar sight. See an extension cord wrap around the front of the TV set with various game consoles plugged in.
So, what do you want to play?
He flops down next to the consoles and fidgets with a full smile. Still a lot of games to choose from.
Yeah, take a pick.
He points at a shelf behind my head. I turn around and see Shun's collection of video games lined up neatly in alphabetical order. On top of the shelf, I see a cluttered mess of cords and an older game console which stands out compared to the meticulous care he treats with his other things. What's that up there, Shun? If they're valuable, shouldn't he be taking better care of them? He bends his head slightly to the side and follows my line of sight.
Oh, that's Dad's old console from when he was a kid.
Really? Look at it again. Looks like a small spaceship. I'm empowered by the intensity of its design.
Yeah, he keeps it up there in case he wants to play it again.
Does he, though?
I'm not playing mine.
Raise an eyebrow in amusement and smirk at him, swishing my tail mischievously. So, never?
Hey, I do other things besides play video games, you know.
I'm just teasing you, Shun. Turning my attention back to the shelves and pulling up towards it. Is that a gun controller I see up there? Shun glances up when I gesture towards the contraption.
Yep, he loves that one game where you shoot ducks. I could never beat his high score.
Wow. After thoroughly enjoying Shun's game space, I pick out a game from the shelf and sit myself down next to him.
Which one did you pick, Hero?
I grin and hold up my selection. How about this one, remember it?
Oh, is that Revenge of the Demon King?
Yeah, we used to take turns playing all the time when we were younger.
I remember that. I could never find my way through the dungeons. He used to make maps for me.
That's right, I would sit next to Shun and draw a path through the caves with a pencil while watching the screen.
Take a look at the manual.
Shun hands me a large, colorful insert from the game box and opens it to the back. I see a collage of bad handwriting, hastily scribbled maps, and charts with numbers. You kept that? Man, that's embarrassing. Like I spelled that word wrong.
I'm glad you remembered this game. I have a lot of fond memories playing it with you. Remember how sad we were when our save got corrupted in the last dungeon?
Oh yeah, that actually sucked, especially considering how long it took to get there, too. I look back at the manual and find the map I drew of the place. It was pretty confusing. I drew over the same path 5 or 6 times, each time going in a different direction. Yeah, we were so close to finishing it.
Didn't we both start crying?
Your dad walked in and thought we were fighting or something.
It's pretty embarrassing, too. I didn't play it for a while after that. It was on the shelf for a long time, but I finished it a couple years ago.
Raising my eyebrow yet again, I hold the manual out towards him. Really? Why didn't you throw out these sloppy notes then?
No way, I'd never do that! It's a memory of you and me.
He takes the manual from me and places it in his lap, gazing almost lovingly at the ancient scribbles. I can't help but smile as I remember back to those days. So, you want to play it again for old time's sake? Words leave me before I even realize it. As he stares back up at me, Shun's tail wags happily, a bright smile back on his face.
Sure.
He opens the box and pulls out the cartridge. In the blink of an eye, Shun has it plugged in and ready to go. File 1 is corrupted. Please select a different save. File 2 is corrupted. Please select a different save.
What?
File 3 is corrupted. Please select a different save.
My saves?
It's okay, Shun. We can start it fresh, right? Spend a few moments trying to cheer him up. Finally, he breathes a sigh and begins a new game. We're Siri now. Welcome, adventurer, to the ancient realm of Edoria. For millennia, its citizens had known nothing but peace and prosperity. But this was not to last. The once peaceful land was besieged by demons from the darkness. many brave knights took up arms in a valiant attempt to defeat the land from this new menace. Unfortunately, neither side was prepared to yield to the other, and the world was thrown into chaos. Finally, after a war that lasted over 30 years, the demons returned to their dark world. Once again, peace reigned in Edoria, but this peace was fleeting, and after barely 10 years, the demons unleashed their vengeance. Using their dark magics, they sought to destroy every living creature throughout the realm. This time, the citizens of Edoria were unprepared for the relentless power they faced. With almost all hope lost, a band of heroes rose up to fight, ancient practitioners of holy magics. Their trials were brutal and demanding, but throughout all their tribulations, they fought their way into the demon realm. As darkness and light clashed for ultimate dominance, the heroes finally succeeded in defeating the Demon King. Unfortunately, they were unable to completely destroy him, so they focused on a new target. With their divine power, they destroyed the link between Edoria and the demon realm, sacrificing their very souls in the process. Without an entrance to the light, the demons were sealed within their realm, and peace once again reigned throughout the land. To honor the heroes' sacrifice, a temple was built at the place where they entered the demon realm. This is giving Final Fantasy vibes. 2 centuries have since passed, and the hero's tale has been passed down in legend. Near the small village of Pypera, mysterious ruins have been uncovered. What they hold yet remains a mystery. A new legend is about to unfold. Do you have the courage to endure it? I can't help but grin over at Shun as he starts moving the character on screen. This is bringing back so many memories that I'm glad to be able to relive. Sometime later. If we get a magic gun, we fucking better. Oh, the secret room should be nearby. Third glyph on the right.
Yep.
I turn my attention back to my old notes, guiding Shun through the temple. My finger traces along the long dried ink as I try to make sense of what I had written all those years ago.
Ugh, not this guy.
Look up at the screen just in time to see Shun's character engaged in combat with a powerful random encounter. The wolf's tail thumps down to the floor as he attempts to defeat his foe.
No, he's using Doom. I need to cleanse it.
Dropping the book to the floor beside me, I move closer to my friend and put a hand on his shoulder. Quick, use the holy water!
Okay, here goes.
As Shun mashes the button on the controller, my eyes widen as I see the words, "No effect" on screen. It's too late for another strategy as the character's health drops to 0 and he slumps to the ground. Game over. The game over screen is shown to us, its soft melancholy music playing in the background. Combined with the music, the message on screen almost seems to be taunting us. Do you have the courage to continue? Huh? With a sigh, Shun glances over at me before moving the cursor to the no option. The two of us stare at each other as the game returns to the title screen. With a shrug, he carefully adjusts his glasses.
Well, that was disappointing. I didn't think I'd be fighting one of those guys so early on.
Leaning backwards, I give a long stretch and shake my head. Yeah, that was brutal, but then again, this game did always have a high difficulty curve. As he glances over at the window, Shun's ears suddenly perk up.
Oh, the rain seems to have let up.
I blink, staring over at the window. Sure enough, the rain has eased into a very light drizzle. Huh, what time is it? The wolf glances over to the nearby grandfather clock.
It's 4:30.
My eyes widening in surprise, I glance over at the clock to confirm. Yep, 4:30 in the afternoon. Whoa, I've been here all day!
know, isn't it great? This game really eats up your time up, doesn't it? Gaku said they're releasing a sequel next month.
Wow, that's great. You should pick it up when it comes out. Suddenly, I turn my head to the side and look at Shun in confusion. Wait, Gaku? Who's that? Wait, it is? Hang on. Oh my god, it is! Just for the sake of comparison. Just for the sake of comparison. Give me a minute. Hang on, let me turn that off. It's, here. Yeah. It is. That is so fucking funny. Wait, Gaku? Who's that?
Oh, that's my cousin. He's super cool. He manages the game store in Kazanari. You should come with me when I visit next time.
I can't help but chuckle at the wolf's enthusiasm. Okay, sure, sounds like fun.
Awesome. Anyway.
It's getting kinda late. I still have these errands to do for my grandparents after all.
Aw. My parents should be home soon. You could stay for dinner if you'd like.
Thanks for the offer, Shun. I wouldn't want to be a burden, though.
Oh, okay.
Shun walks me to the door with a sad look on his face. Come on, Shun. It's not like this is the last time we'll see each other this month. Thanks for having me over, Shun. I had fun today. A bright smile crosses the wolf's face, and before I can react, he pulls me into an embrace.
Thanks for visiting, Hero. It was great to play together again.
A familiar sense of warmth passes through me as I return Shun's embrace. Giving a soft chuckle, I release him, prompting him to do the same. Don't continue the game without me. I want to experience it all.
Got it. Take care, Hero.
Open the door, grab my half-broken umbrella from the stand, and set off down the road. As I get further away from his house, I cast one last glance back over my shoulder. Today was really nice. I'm glad that I was able to spend time with Shun again. Water. Hi, Shin. But thank you for pointing it out. Obviously, I'm staying and talking with my husband. I take a moment to consider my options, but in truth, it isn't that difficult a choice. After all, Kounosuke and I would always hang out whenever we could. It'd be just like old times. You can head off, Shin. I'll stick around and chat with Kounosuke for a bit. Oh, really? Cool, I was bored out of my mind watching the store. As the Tanuki flashes yet another thumbs up, Shin shakes his head in annoyance. I thought you were busy doing errands. Ah. It's fine. See you. Later. See ya. Ooh. On one hand, talking to my husband, but on the other hand, Shin is disappointed in us. And that hurts. On one hand, Shin is disappointed, but on the other hand, my husband. I know, but like husband.
Emotional damage.
This is emotional. Kounosuke glances at me hesitantly as the door closes. Something wrong? I shake my head, although I know that Shin's right, I still have errands to do. Oh, Kounosuke, could I ask you a favor? Sure. I grin, remembering what Shin mentioned to me earlier. You wouldn't happen to have any spare extension cords lying around, would you? His eyes lighting up, he starts looking around. I'm pretty sure we do, but I just need to find... Oh, wait, I think I have some behind the counter here. He disappears under the counter for the third time. Honestly, it's kind of adorable. Here you go. Now, normally I'd have to charge you. Oh. But since you're such a close friend, I'll consider it a loan. Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, Tom Nook. Thanks, Kounosuke. I'll make sure to bring them back in good condition. Don't worry about it. I trust ya. I smile at Kounosuke as I stick the cords in my bag. Oh geez, the bag is getting kind of heavy now. And I've got fresh produce in here too. So, what do you want to do? I hate to do this to you, Kounosuke. What happened? Glances at me with genuine concern written all over his face, but I give him a reassuring smile. It's nothing serious. I just really need to drop this bag off at home. Got stuff Grandma needs to make dinner with in here. Oh. Despite my attempt at reassurance, he still looks like as if I told him I didn't want to ever see him again. That's what I thought you said! I place a hand on his shoulder and give it a gentle squeeze. Don't worry, I'll come right back, okay? Oh! No problem, I'll see you in a bit then. Stay dry! The Tanuki gives me a cheeky grin accompanied with a wink. I grin and flash him my own thumbs up in response. See ya! Unfortunately, the rain becomes a downpour just as I get back home. Considering how heavy the rain is, I'd rather not risk another broken umbrella. Instead... Hey, Kounosuke. I couldn't make it back. I am a disappointment to my husband. I'm sorry. It's fine. The weather sucks after all. I'd feel pretty bad if you forced yourself out here. Thanks. I'll come visit again sometime this week, okay? Sounds good. I smile, pleased that he's being so understanding. So, did the groceries make it in one piece? The Tanuki's cheeky question brings a wide smirk to my face and I can't help but chuckle. Yeah, the bread was a little squished under the extension cords, but other than that, everything was fine. Kounosuke laughs, a sound which brings back so many memories of our childhood days. I continue talking on the phone with Kounosuke until Grandma calls me for dinner. I don't know why I'm even looking. The room doesn't look any different from earlier. I didn't think I'd be the one to say this, especially with how hot it was last week. But I'm glad the rain has stopped. Looking around at the countryside surrounding me, everything seems so much clearer. Almost as if the rain had washed away a haze overlaying the village. Ah! I take a deep breath. Even the air tastes different somehow. Glad my grandparents gave me the day off from chores today. Not to be that guy, but they've been running me kind of ragged lately. I mean, I owe them since they're letting me stay for free and all, but I easily could have caught a cold the past couple of days. I reach into my backpack and rustle around its contents. Just I get a whole day to myself now. To do whatever I want. With a little encouragement from Grandpa, I decided I'm going to take a hike around the area. Grandma warned me about the mosquitoes and insects that come out after a good rain, so I made sure to bring some insecticide. Bug spray? Check. Map? Check. Water bottle? Check. Trail mix? I just ate breakfast, but you never know. I even remembered to charge my phone today so I could take pictures. This is going to be great. This summer has been nothing but trips down memory lane so far. Not that I'm complaining, of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. So, where am I going to go for my hike? The old forest trail or the outskirts of Minasato? Secret third option. Kounosuke. It's been a long time since I walked this way. I remember there being an old forest trail around out here that I used to visit with my mom when we lived in Minasato. I hope it's still there. I finally arrive at the start of the trail. Everything looks the way I remember it. There's even that old sign warning visitors not to wander off the path. Did anyone ever listen to those? As I walk along the path, I'm stunned by the natural beauty and how relatively untouched it is by civilization. Looking up, I see the dazzling sunlight spill through the trees. Compared to the hot walk over here, the shade under the leaves is delightful. Ow. Crap, I slapped the back of my neck. Is I just bitten by a mosquito? Ugh. I had a feeling I should have used some of the bug repellent before I left. Stop sucking my blood, you tiny freaks! Don't make me call for government genocide of your species. Jesus Christ, Aaron Yeager. Okay, maybe that's taking it a bit far. I shake my head and continue my walk, pulling out my cell phone to take pictures along the way. When I was little, I remember this entire region being my playground. I'd run around the forest, the river, the village, the fields. I was an energetic kid. It's funny being back in these places and taking it easy. I'm sure little Hiroyuki would look at me and think I'm a total spaz. Further down the path, I spot an unexpected familiar figure. Is that Kounosuke? My husband! What's he doing? Getting closer, I see he's holding his prized camera in front of his face. I think he's trying to take a picture. Hey, Kounosuke! No reply. Just like in the bookstore last week, he's completely oblivious to everything except what's right in front of him. I wonder... Yo. Ah! What you doing, Kounosuke? He collapses to the ground after I suddenly stick my face in front of his camera. Hey! It wasn't very nice. You okay?
It's time to drink water.
You're terrible, Hiroyuki.
It's
You
time to
know
drink
it.
water.
Sorry, I didn't
It's
think you'd
time
get
to
that
drink
surprised.
water.
It's no big deal.
It's time to drink
In a
water.
panic, Kounosuke quickly brushes off grass and dirt from his pants and holds up his camera again to take a picture. Aww. His shoulders droop as he lets the camera fall from his hands. It lands with a plop against his belly when it reaches the end of the strap. Sorry. What are you trying to get a picture of? I had a nice shot set up with a flock of birds. Oh, gone now. He sends me a bitter, sidelong glance. Try to give him a fake smile, but the glare pierces through my soul, causing me to look away in shame. Why are you so worked up trying to take a picture of birds? You wouldn't understand. I don't know, try me. You won't tell anybody? Cross my heart. Pinky swear? I present the smallest finger on my right hand to him. Pinky swear. He wraps his pinky finger around mine and shakes vigorously. Alright then. I'm gonna hold you to this. You have my word, Kounosuke. Now spill it, the suspense is killing me. He looks me directly in the eye. After a moment's hesitation, he reaches into the bag he wears around his shoulder and pulls out a magazine. The Wonders of the World? Wasn't this the magazine I saw in the bookstore last week? Or I was thinking that was too obvious for Kounosuke. Flipping through it, I see a large variety of photographs and articles detailing popular vacation spots around the globe. Nothing in here is particularly interesting to me. Then again, the only magazine I tend to read have manga in them. I don't get it. Wow, you like reading this? Even though my voice wavers, I make an effort to ask calmly. Yup, I find the photos in it to be top-notch. It makes me wish I could see those places. Huh. There's more to it, though. Check out this article. Kounosuke flips around the magazine a bit before finding the page he's looking for. I see a beautiful picture of a coastline framing a call for junior reader submissions. Reading closer, it looks like it's a scholarship offer to a prestigious school in the United States. The theme seems to be nostalgic scenery. Huh, how sentimental. Not only will the winning submission be featured in the magazine, but the winner will also receive a full scholarship along with the newest digital camera model on the market. That's a pretty reasonable prize, honestly. My heart drops when I realize exactly what this means. Is this it? Yeah. You're thinking about applying? Yeah. His face reddens at the confession. I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling. If he wins this scholarship, won't that mean he'll move away? I don't get it. I thought you liked it here, Minasato. I knew you wouldn't understand! It's easy for you to say that. You're the one who got to leave this place. What? This anger. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this from Kounosuke. I'm sorry, Kounosuke. I can't take it here anymore, hero. I want to see the world. Crap. I mean, the furthest I've ever been from Minasato is the beach we went to the other day. Really? You've never been with your dad on one of his trips to Tokyo? He prefers to go alone. Probably doesn't want me holding him back or something. Ugh, can't believe what I'm hearing. But Mr. Kuri loved being around his son. Is Kounosuke trying to say he avoids him? Oh. I think I have an idea on what's going on. Is actually part of the reason why I fucking love Kounosuke, because I relate to him. I just need to get away. He whispers the last part as tears start running down his face. Hey, don't cry. Not used to seeing him this way. Between him, Torihiko, and I, he was always the one I could count on to have a smile on his face. Carefully approach and wrap my arms around him. Hiro, I feel stuck. This scholarship might be my only chance to get out and see the world. I know. The others might be satisfied living their whole lives here, but I'm not. I wish I could take you with me to Osaka. He sniffles a bit, then steps away from my embrace. So do I. But hey! If I win this scholarship and become a famous photographer, maybe I'll finally be able to fulfill my dreams of living in a big city. He holds up his thumb with a smile. When he does that, I can't help but smile back. So, now you know my big secret. Thanks for telling me, Kounosuke. You know what? I want to help you. Huh? Yeah, I know what it feels like to be stuck somewhere with no way out. It's how I felt the past 5 years in Osaka. Believe me, the big city isn't all it's cracked up to be. Being here in Minasato again is the most alive I've felt in a long time. Can't say I'm thrilled at the idea of you leaving for the United States, but if it means you won't feel this way anymore, I'll do what I can to help. Thanks, Hiroyuki. That means a lot to me. I take a deep breath. The sweet smell of the forest after a rain fills my lungs. Well, I already screwed up one picture for you. We should start looking for another one. Oh? Okay then. Want to take a walk down the trail some more? I'm sure something else will pop up. Hopefully something other than me this time, huh? I spend the next several hours helping Kounosuke try to get the perfect photo for the scholarship. Before Kounosuke went home for the afternoon, we stopped by the candy shop to buy some ice cream. For a moment, the smile on Kounosuke's face as he looked at the sky made me feel like everything was going to turn out alright. I groan as I push my hips forward. Not only are my feet killing me, but I have this pinching sensation in my lower back. I think I've been walking around town that long. Is this what it feels like to get old? As habit would dictate, I find myself marching down the road that cuts across the middle of town. I've honestly really enjoyed my time wandering the town today. Helps that the weather's nicer than it's been lately. Sun seems to have gotten over whatever vendetta it has for me. The gentle breeze cools what little sweat remains on my brow. The distance passes quickly, and soon I hear the grumble of old cars and the occasional shop bell ring. In comparison to the usual day on the streets of Osaka, Minasato isn't exactly busy. But it seems a few people are out and about today. My ears perk up. Funny how loud, boisterous laughs are becoming a very normal thing to hear, huh? I break into a light jog. I can try to follow where that familiar laugh is coming from. It's fun. I have a lot of fun reading this scene. I had a lot of fun reading this scene last time, and I kind of want to read it again. Plus, I feel like I've skipped too much this stream. Thankfully, the gravel crunches only slightly as I squat down behind a sign just one street over. Well, boys, here's the place. I sneak a quick peek just in time to see a certain tiger leading a pair behind him. Mr. Ushima, sir, is this really it? Listen closely. It's not often Yoshiro lets us off work. A lesser man might take the opportunity to melt into his couch. But the Ushima men are anything but lesser. We are hunters in their prime. I watch in amazement as Uncle Takeshi flawlessly strikes a pose straight from an old television show. Actually, we are going to skip, but I am curious about one thing. The Torihiko practice. I'm going to try the Torihiko practice instead of the Sotoro practice because we did Sotoro last time. Ask her if she wanted a good time or complimenting her outfit. We are not weirdos. said, we're doing Torihiko. Sorry, Sotaro. I'm gonna go with Tora. Me? Okay, I got this. I totally got this. You sure? You seem a little tense. I'm not tense. I'm just concentrating. Takeshi holds up a finger. Feel! Don't think. I am performing a lot with this. Yes, sir. It's a quiet Sunday afternoon in mid-March. I, a diligent but lonely office worker, am on my way to the market to pick up vegetables for tonight's dinner. Woe is me! If only I had a strong man to share my lonely queen-sized bed with. My life would certainly be a joy again. But what is this? It would seem a tall, strapping young tiger has strolled up beside me. I chance a smile at this young man and receive a shy yet charming grin in return, clutching just a little more tightly onto my trusty cloth grocery bag. Donovan, cancel all my future appointments. Hello? The dashing young tiger speaks up suddenly, his deep voice sending chills down my slender back. Good afternoon. I try to speak clearly and confidently, but I know this masculine presence will soon overpower me. I can already feel his aura ravaging me. You seem to be heading in the same direction as me. Would you like to walk together? So forward, so bold, so powerful. I would be delighted. It would make me ever so grateful to walk beside such a strong-looking man. It's dangerous out here for us. Single women. Single? You don't have a boyfriend? A rock comes flying out of nowhere and strikes the young man on his thigh, with the deep booming voice of a god shouting. That's a total virgin thing to say. Stick to the plan. I mean, that's a shame. It's such a beautiful gay and fine-looking ladies such as yourself shouldn't have to walk anywhere alone. So bold. So manly.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I feel lightheaded. Okay, I can do this. No, I can't. I am not reading. I'm gonna read. I can feel my ovaries begin to tingle. Well, maybe if you'd like, you could join me later at my home tonight. Oh, what did you have in mind?
Go ahead and close your eyes.
Dinner. Oh my Oh my. We're obviously doing both of them, but like. Oh my god. Well, you all decide that, I'm gonna go get water. Oh my god, that is foul. That is absolutely foul. Shit caught me off guard. Can't drink. You're gonna be pregnant soon. I only want to be pregnant if my husband is the father. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I already know. I'm pretty sure my husband is the one who's going to be pregnant. You. Me. Conceiving children. Conceiving? Just then a strangely Tiger Man-shaped flower springs out from a nearby bush and begins to shout. Tora! Tora, focus! What you have here is a sex-crazed religious girl with daddy issues. The most legendary catch of all. Children? That's right. No condoms in my home, understand? I flutter my eyes at the dashing young man. Duh. Listen, Torihiko, you have to get her number. For the love of all that is holy, do it now. No condoms. No. We blew Torihiko's mind. The tiger-shaped flower sprints to the fallen young man's side and cradles his hand, who has streams of blood spurting from his nose. No, Tora, listen to me. Stay away from the light. Stay away from the light. Oh, that was beautiful. I'm sorry, that was beautiful. How does dinner and a movie sound? It would be an honor, ma'am. Can I have your number, maybe? Just a second. I quickly jot down my non-existent phone number on a non-existent scrap of paper and hand it over to his non-existent hand. He slowly reaches out and takes it from me, and just for a second, I can feel Torihiko's hand on top of mine. I forget the game for just a second as his blunt nails run lightly over my palm, and I get real chills. Maybe he did too, because when I look up from his hand, he's staring down at me with his mouth slightly open, perhaps at a loss of what to do next. And cut! Thankfully, Takeshi gives us a way out. Fantastic, bro! You keep that poker face up and you'll be swimming in women. Trust me, it's way preferable over any of those Olympic-sized toilets you actually swim in. Yeah. Hiroyuki. Torihiko pauses until I look back at him. I was getting ready to join Sotaro in the shade. Yeah, Tora? Thanks. You know what? I don't want... I don't want to... Nah, I prefer blowing his mind. Blowing his mind is much funnier. Blowing his mind is much funnier. Today I realized the power of this female sex drive on men. It is truly a beast to be feared. With the training complete, Takeshi gives us his blessing to go girl hunting solo on the promise that we'd see if their mom was attractive or not. With the sun fading fast on the horizon, he sends us back to the Ushima Inn as he heads off in the direction of Kasumi's house. Perhaps before I leave this summer, the Ushima family might have another addition to their family. Oh, who am I kidding? This is Uncle Takeshi we're talking about. He'll never be caught by that bullet. Help Grandma or watch TV. I think we did both already. Glad to see you're taking a liking to the sport, Hiroyuki. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised myself, actually. Not wanting to leave the man waiting, I sit down next to him and rest an arm on the side of the sofa. So, what's the score? Oh! Nearly jump out of my skin as Grandma cheers her lungs out. That's my Kajiwara-san! I watch as the young fairy just scored a home run makes his way around the diamond. Grandma has taken the space between Grandpa and I on the couch. Now, if I were younger... She leans in close to me and mumbles something under her breath. Eh? What are you saying, woman? You know I can't hear good. She immediately perks back up and puts on a smile for her husband. Nothing, dear. I can see it in her eyes, though. That sweet, innocent old lady has a hunk on her mind. I mean, he's good looking and all. And he's super well toned. And kinda cute. The energy in the room is suddenly sucked away when the phone starts ringing. Without saying anything, the other two look at me expectantly. Don't worry, I'll get it. I slip off the couch and head for the hall. I hope it's not Grandma's best friend again. She's always asking how my girlfriend is doing. Even though I've told her twice already that I don't have one. Nishimura residence, meet me at the park. Noon.
Eh?
Low gravelly voice echoes from across the line. Who is this? This is non-negotiable. There are lives at stake. I break out into a cold sweat. Juichi, is that you? For some reason, the person on the other side stops talking. You've got to be kidding me. Huh? The voice suddenly changed to something more familiar. Can't believe you're such a dumbass. Hey. Let me try that again. My soon-to-be ex-best friend lets out a roaring laugh in my response. Tora, come on. I scratched the side of my face in embarrassment. Sorry. Clearly, Torihiko got over the fact that we told him to get us pregnant. Sorry. I can't believe how gullible you are, dude. Yeah, I'm a little curious about that. You have 5 seconds to tell me what you want before I hang up. Chill out, man, I'm just kidding. 5. Right, sheesh. 4. I hear what sounds like a thump on the other end. 3. Meet me at the park around, alright? Give me one good reason. He stutters and trails off. Please just be there, I swear it'll be worth it. I stopped to think for a moment. To be fair, it's not like I had any grand plans for today. I guess we could take a chance and see what Torihiko wants. Okay, sure. Noon, you said? Yeah, don't be late. We're gonna need all the time we can to spare. I'm trusting you on this, Torihiko. Don't worry, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna go back to watching the baseball game now. For your sake, I hope this interruption was worth it. Dad, why are you so mean this morning? I chuckle under my breath. See you soon. Didn't even give him the opportunity to say bye. I'm definitely getting wrapped into one of the tiger's little schemes, but that's what summer vacation is all about, right? With a little more spring in my step, I return to the sofa with my grandparents. I have way too much fun voicing these characters. I have way too much fun. I quickly make my way across town after the baseball game ends. I'm curious why Torihiko wanted to meet at the park instead of the Ushima Inn, but I guess I'll find out when I see him. I walk along the old park pathway. I used to spend a lot of time here as a kid. It seems almost every inch of this place has a memory. I remember one time I fell off the jungle gym. I couldn't breathe for several seconds. I was so young then, but I'm sure that was the first time I truly feared for my life. Oh! Oh, oh, and I'm pretty sure when we blew his mind, we just added a point to us being the impreg. Luckily, Torihiko and Kounosuke were there to pick me up. Man, I wonder where I'd be without those two. We used to do everything together. We were the absolute terrors of Minasato. So us blowing his mind means that he's the one getting pregnant. Wow. So, let me get this straight. If we say Netflix and chill, then... Oh, it's whenever he takes charge. Oh. Well, in that case, I'm putting that bitch in a collar. While reminiscing, I found myself kicking back on one of the new park benches. They must have put these in sometime after I left. I remember the old ones having names carved all over them. Huh. I run my fingers over the rough edges of the bench. Maybe it isn't so new after all. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to put Torihiko in a collar. My husband Kounosuke, on the other hand, maybe. Maybe it isn't so new after all. Looks like they put a coat of paint over it. My nails lightly chip away at the surface, revealing the old wood that still lies below. Another memory comes rushing back. I'm pretty sure I carved my name into one of these. Jump down on one knee and start feeling around the bench. It's gotta be here somewhere. I'm sure of it. That's weird. Did something move in that bush over there? Gah! I fall backwards, barely catching the ground with my left hand. Tora, what the heck? Taking long, steady breaths, I managed to return my heart rate to normal. Glad you could make it, Yuki. I sit back down on the bench. Torihiko walks around the bush and joins me soon after. Geez, with how much you do that to me, I should expect it by now. You know you'll love it. I playfully jab Tora in the shoulder. Ow. Yeah, I deserve that. That's right. I cross my arms and give him a stern look. Now you better tell me what was so important before I head home. Alright. We're gonna stop it for the ad. We're gonna break from the ads. We're gonna put Kounosuke, my husband, in a collar. Oh yeah, before I forget. Wait, I'm gonna wait till the ad's over before I ask. Frostclaw. I don't know if you saw my question from a few days ago, but what would happen if we were to smuggle, say, Torihiko, Kounosuke, Juichi, Sotaro, and Shun to Osaka in our bag? Kounosuke is my husband. Alright. Sheesh, you're easy to annoy today, aren't you? I stuck my tongue out at him. Like, what would Hiroyuki's parents think of that? He smiles back at me. We've known each other long enough to know when the other's joking around. You don't think they'd fit? You don't think they'd fit in the suitcase or the house? Or even our room? Need a huge ass bag? We'll figure it out. But as for the bed, obviously we need comfort. You can have one. Then we're keeping Kounosuke. Hang on, I'm curious about something. See, we can fit all of them in our room. We have the space. We have the space. We can get the space. We can get the space. We can absolutely get the space. Absolutely. Because, because we can hang on, I'm turning on the thing because I'm researching this. See, we can get it. We can get this. No, we just need to get a bigger bed to fit all of them. See, right here. We can just get an Alaskan king size and all of us can sleep on it. It's only like $3,000. Nothing too bad. It's nothing too bad. It's only 3,000. I gotta plug the MacBook back in. The old as fuck MacBook. See, Mom, we can fit all these men in the house. We've known each other long enough to know when the other's joking around. You're gonna have to be patient for a bit. I also invited Kounosuke. Yay, my husband. And who knows how long that's gonna take. I put both hands behind my head and leaned back on the bench. It's one of those things, huh? This is pretty typical Torihiko. Wake me up when he gets here. I'm gonna take a quick nap. Oh, you're just gonna leave me here alone to keep watch? Some friend you are. Not listening. Hi, guys. You're late. Hiroyuki fell asleep waiting for you. I can't help it if you guys get here early. We're not here early, you're half an hour late. You said, meet me in the park around noon. Both of you are already here. So it's as good a time as any to show up, right? I'm starting to think you did this on purpose, Kuri. My lips are sealed. I slowly open my eyes and stretch out my arms. Glad Kounosuke's finally here, but I was just starting to get comfortable. It's good to have the gang back together again. Just like old times. That's the idea. Now that you're both here, I can finally tell you what I have planned. It's a special day today, guys. Do you know what it is? No. It's National Prank Day. This right here. Kounosuke, my lips are sealed. Me, they won't be for long. Exactly. Pucker up, pretty boy. We're also gonna leave off here tonight. My body is yelling at me. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.